Okay, so this is our project 2.5 demo. Let's first go to Blackboard. So I'm going to download the one we submitted. Now extracting it. Next, I'm going to go to the readme. The API key, the Google Maps API, put it into local properties. Oh, actually, it's here already. So since that's there already, I'm now going to open the Android project I just downloaded. And so we're actually going to have to edit this code a bit because the version we submitted, unfortunately, for the notify portion of the project, we accidentally made the polling time a little too long. So we're just going to change that just to show you that it works. Carl, where should I go?
Go to go to profile.
Okay.
Yeah, profile, and scroll down
To here.
and then for refresh, change it to 10,000 instead of 100, like a million. So now it's every second instead of every 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And that's the only place, right? Okay, so now I'm going to save this. And now we can just run it. Take a moment. Cool. So right now, I'm going to sign in with an account already created. And so actually that showed that I had COVID. So actually can create another account. Just call. Okay, so now it's going to ask me after I sign up whether I've taken a COVID test today. I'm going to say yes. I'll say negative, and that way it'll show my health status is satisfactory. First, I'll show you how we can add classes. So if I add a class name, well, actually, first I'll show you how we can see the buildings to check into. So as you can see, we're using the Google Maps API, and with the buildings marked with red, we can sign into. And let's say we want to sign into USC Marshall School of Business. Right off the bat, you can see the name. It's called Hoffman Hall, the risk level, entry requirements, and then you can tap, check in. Once you press that, it will give you a series of a questionnaire, a series of questions for you to answer about the building, such as are people socially distanced, are people wearing masks, and so on. Just say yes to all of them. And press check in, and then on the bottom it says I successfully checked in. Okay, let's go back. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Not only can you view the list, so not only can you view buildings on the map, but you can also view them as a list, like so.
You can check in from the list too.
Yes, and you can check in from the list. So let's just suppose I'm gonna go leave it. Sorry. So shows you like this. You can check in, and once again, take it the questionnaire. Let's give a little variation for answers this time. Okay. And so, second, I think if we go down to Marshall, so now you can see that the Marshall School of Business, this Hoffman Hall has changed from red to blue, and this is to indicate buildings we've checked into. Not only that, but it's to tell us the frequently visited buildings that we've been to. And since we checked in, obviously, and this is a new account, obviously, it's like one of the more frequently visited buildings. Should go back here for a sec. And as you can see, it had to update, but now Levy Library is also colored blue. And of course, once again, Marshall. Okay, so now we can show you how we add classes to create our schedule. So we can let's just say you want to say Seaside 310. The teacher will be Mr. Chao Wang. And let's say the building is Levy Library. Okay, and it's just as simple as that. We'll just press submit. And if you want to check the classes you've added, let's actually add another class. So Seaside 350. My teacher this semester is Tanya. Let's say the building is also Levy because it's a big building. So if you want to check the classes, Let's just try Doheny. This might not work. Okay, hold on. Let
Actually,
me-
called, I think it's Doheny Memorial Library.
yeah, let me just check the names of these. You know what? Let's just go Taper Hall. So yeah, that's another interesting feature we have. If you don't put in a correct building name, we will tell you, and then you have to make sure you put in the correct one. So. Okay, cool. And now if you want to check the classes you've been to or you're a part of, there you go. So it just shows you the list of classes. Okay, so now we want to show you how the notify works. Because when one student, let's say, tested positive, then we want to notify everyone else who's potentially been in contact with them to that they may be infected too. So let's go back here. Let's actually change our health status. So now it's unsatisfactory. And so, you know what, I'm gonna stop this and then I'm going to rerun it. But now I'm going to sign in with a different account or create a new account. And let's, yeah, so let's go with Jason. He's a student. Have you taken a COVID test today? Yes, I have, but I am negative. So let's suppose Jason goes to view map and wants to check in to Marshall, just like Carl. So he's going to check in. He's going to answer all these questions. Okay, I'm going to go back. Okay, cool. So as you can see in the bottom there, it was a quick flash, but it was there. It was a notification saying that you've been exposed. And the reason, obviously, like I said before, is because Carl checked into Marshall as well, previously, and then reported a positive. And since Jason also checked in the same building, of course, there's some sort of contact there, so we want to notify Jason. Okay. So let's go back. So let's see how the instructor profile may look like. So I'm going to rerun the app again and then sign up as an instructor. And I'm going to sign up as our teacher, Mr. Chao Wang. So first name Chao, last name Wang. The password. So once again, every time a user sign ups, they're going to be asked if they've taken a COVID test, and then I'm saying negative. Okay, so now as a teacher, you can also add classes because of course you have to teach classes. So, and we know that Mr. Chao Wang will teach CSI 310. The teacher, of course, is himself. The building will be the library. Okay. So now that you've added a class as an instructor, you can go to your class list, and you will see once, of course, what the classes you've taken, as the classes that you're teaching. Now you can, and also the status that it's in, which is in person. And so now you can click into any class, and then you'll see the students that have signed up with your class as well. So previously we showed that Carl signed up with Seaside 310. And so now it shows Carl. Click on daily. It will also show you the health history report. So the health report history of any instructor's students. So it will show once again the name of the student, Carl, and then whether they're positive or negative for COVID. And we did say Carl did report positive, so that's why it's saying here positive. And of course, if a student is positive, a professor should have the option to notify students to change to online instead of in person. So if we click notify here, go back again, you can now see that the class status for Seaside 310 has changed from in person to online. Let's go back. Let's once again close the app and re-sign in as Carl, because we want to show that if the teacher changes the status to online, it doesn't just show up on his own account, but also every other student that has signed in or signed up with his class. So let's log into Carl's account. Oh wait, actually, sorry, this will not work right now because Carl is unsatisfactory, so he cannot do anything. Let's actually sign up with yet a different account, but let's add Seaside 310 to the account. Well, actually, let's actually sign back in with Jason's account. Okay, so right now Jason doesn't have any classes. We didn't add any yet, but let's add a class. And this class is going to be Seaside 310. Teacher will be Chao Wang. And building will be Levy. And add this class, go to classes, and now you can see, sorry, it's in, sorry. Okay, actually, 1 second. I think I might have changed it back to online. Let me log in as let me see class list. Okay, let's re-add. So since it's been added already. Oh, okay, sorry. No, it's been here. So it's actually in person right now. I think I'm gonna change it back, but okay, so as you can see, Jason signed up for the class and now there's 2 students. Let's actually press, so, okay, so let's press notify. And let's go back. Okay, so there seems to be an issue here, but basically it should be online. I think there's a bit of a bug, but essentially, okay, if I sign back in as Jason. Review classes, so it's a bit of a bug here. But I mean, basically this would change back to online. I think there's a bit of a bug, but that's how it should be. Click onto it, nothing will happen because you're not an instructor, so you don't get the choice to view student health reports or notify other students. So, but yeah, that's basically our entire demo of our COVIDer app.
You can also show that like classes show up on the map as like green markers.
Oh, true. Okay, so that's one thing I forgot. So since Levy Library was one of the classes Jason signed up for, it will show up as green in Levy Library map. So yeah, green basically indicates classes that you or buildings of classes that you are attending, and then blue is frequently visited, and red are just the rest of the buildings. Yeah. But yeah, that's our entire demo. Thank you. Okay, so previously, there was a bit of a bug that had to do with when the teacher changes the status of the class from online to in person. But we tested it before and it does work. So we just want to kind of show you from beginning to end again that it does in fact work. So let's start doing that. So once again, I'm gonna click whatever we submitted last. Download it. Okay, and then extract it. Okay, so it's finished. So now I'm gonna go into Android Studio. Open it up. So open. That's what it's actually. So. um, So I actually have two emulators. I'm going to use both. First, I'm going to launch one of them. Okay. I'm also going to launch the second one. See what account this is actually. This is frozen. Let's just close this instead. But let's first sign into the teachers. Go to his class list. So right now it's online. And so if we click into it, and we click notify, you should now change to in person. Now if we log off, log back in as Jason, which is a student of Mr. Chow Wang. What we're gonna see is if we go into classes, the status of Seaside 310 has changed to in person as well. So yeah, that means that this feature works as well.